Hello guys, and welcome back to Watches and Wonders. Once again it is myself, Tom, behind the camera. If you'd like to see anything else that I get up with if you'd like to see anything else I get on with, should I say, in my life, please drop us a follow on Instagram at watches_wonders and on TikTok at watches and wonders. There I post a little bit of what I get up to in my life, along with a few more watches and some of the bushcrafting stuff that I do. Also a few sneak peeks onto watches that are coming up, so if you feel like it, give us a follow on there. And well, less of that, let's actually get into the video today. So in front of me, quite a popular company at the moment, Steeldive. Now, if anyone watched my last video, this watch did make an appearance, and whoever did watch my last video will know this is most likely not going to be a video Steeldive are going to be happy with. But that's their own fault, that's their own problem, not mine. They should have checked the quality control. But anyway, let's get into it. So in front of me we have the Steeldive SD1996, which is quite obviously a Seiko SKX homage. Now, I don't mind watch companies homaging this watch with it being discontinued and it being quite possibly one of the most popular and modified watches to ever exist. So, let's get straight into it with this then. We will get into the movement. So this is housing a NH35, which is a date movement. A 41 hour power reserve on 21,600 beats per hour at 3 Hz. So it is once again a very industry standard movement that you find in most of these AliExpress watches nowadays. I'm hoping soon they'll start putting the Miyota 9000 movement in it. I'm a big fan of that. So let's get on to dimensions of this watch then. Anyway, we have a 41mm case length. We have a 45.5 from lug to lug, and it is 13.5 thick. So it's not the thinnest of watches. If you are wondering why there's only the one glove on, I've made quite a mess of my hand, so keeping that glove on to stop grossing people out. So we've got the dimensions. We have a 20mm bracelet tapering down to, I believe, 19, back up to 20 at the clasp. It is made completely from top to bottom of 316L stainless steel, which we have a very nice brushed and polished effect to. So as you can see there, we have brush going down onto lugs, polished centres, polish on the chamfers around the edge, and polish on the actual edge of the watch and on part of the bezel. Going down the links, we have brushed outers with a polished centre on the Jubilee bracelet, which I will admit, it's a very good quality bracelet, is this one. It's a very, very good quality bracelet. So, I'm just going to get straight into this with some of the problems I have with this watch. Number one is the alignment. Now, maybe it's just a bit of OCD with me, I don't know, but this watch isn't lined up, and I bashed WM for that a couple of weeks ago for not lining the watches up. I can deal with many things, but a misaligned bezel drives me absolutely insane. Going on to another watch I reviewed a while back. As you can see, I am a fan of the SKX style watches. This is the Tandorio, and this is lined up, and this cost me 25 quid less than the Steeldive. So I'm a little bit annoyed, but you do get some upsides with this Steeldive. You really do. A better quality bracelet. We have a stamped crown, and let me just remove it from this little holder. And we have a stamped case back, which I find looks weirdly similar to the Adis Dive one. Dive, maybe it's the only time I can actually turn around and say stop copying. You do with enough homages. Don't start copying other companies' signs. Steeldive were there first. Now, I know there's a thing going on AliExpress at the moment and in the watch community of is Steeldive better, is Dive better? My personal opinion, big fan of Dive, never had a problem with any of the watches I've ever bought off of them. Everything's always lined up perfectly, works perfectly, packaged perfectly. So I am myself an Dive fan. Now, let's get a little bit back onto this watch. So as I stated before, we have a signed screw down crown and a stamped screw down case back. 316L stainless steel, 20 bar water resistant or 200 meters. Thanks to that screw down case back and crown. From what I can see, there is actually a few people that have tested these to different depths and pressures, and 90% of the ones I've watched have actually succeeded and surpassed the 200 meters without falling to pieces pretty much or flooding out. We have a sapphire crystal over the face of this watch with a clear AR coating, and the AR coating does work relatively well. I can't deny it, it really does. Moving down the watch, we have a solid link Jubilee bracelet. Once again, this does seem to... Now, that is my only problem with it. Let's see if we can hold it sideways and see if we can get that properly. So, not sure if you can see that. These lugs, these first links to this bracelet from the lugs, that is my only problem with it. Now, when they do sit properly, this thing is one of the comfiest bracelets I have ever worn. It's a really, really nice bracelet. I just wish they'd line the stuff up properly. Because all in all, this watch is absolutely stunning. I believe it is a beautiful, beautiful watch. Now, going down to the clasp, we have a signed and stamped clasp, which I am a big fan of. I like it when companies do this sort of stuff. Just goes to show what you can get for such a cheap price. And we have a milled clasp, and I am very, very happy for this because the top of this watch is actually relatively heavy, and I was really nervous if it was just a stamped clasp, that it wouldn't have done the weight distribution well enough for, and I didn't want to feel like we had a really, really top heavy watch, something that no one really likes. Whilst on the bracelet, we have 6 micro adjustment holes, something else I am a massive fan of. Now, I'm not saying this watch is bad. Let me just put it like that. This watch is a fantastic watch. I just wish that the quality control on the alignment was better. I'm trying to get it so you can see, just because on camera it doesn't look that bad, but in front of me right now, this is really, really out of line. So it really doesn't look that bad though on camera. So you guys are all going to be thinking I'm stupid and I'm being crazy. I promise you now, it is quite badly out of line. Now, from the polishing to the brush to the finish is absolutely fantastic. Now onto the lume. So this is using 2 different types of lume. We have a C3 lume and we have BGW9 in the bezel, which I'm not sure if I have mentioned, but we do have a fully ceramic bezel in this watch. Now let's see if I can get it loomed up whilst we are here. Or am I going to have to go and attempt to get into a darker room? There we go. Now I cannot deny. Apologies for that dropping then. Cannot deny. Steeldive's lume it's fantastic. Genuinely fantastic on the Steeldives. Like, I've never seen anyone being able to complain about the lume on a Steeldive. They really, really are good. Like, they really are. Now, this one has been, I'm not going to say quick because it's been quite it's been a 10-minute review, but There isn't much more I can say on this watch because there are so many out there that are currently very similar. There are many other reviews on this watch as well out there. If everything lined up, it would be a borderline perfect watch. For the SKX, it's a really, really good homage. But for myself personally, that fully loomed bezel on, that fully loomed face on the Tandorio, for me, just wins it. Everything's lined up. I'm just a big fan of that watch. And I'm a big fan of this watch, if everything lined up. So please don't allow my experience to scare you off of buying this watch. Something I didn't do was buy it from the Steeldive official AliExpress store. This one was bought from one of the stores that buy them in and sell them, so you can't always guarantee it's going to be exactly how Steeldive would like it to be sent off, is the best way to put it. But all in all, they are fantastic watches, they really, really are. And the watch on my wrist today, we have the Pagani design PRX. Another fantastic, fantastic watch. Integrated bracelet. There is a video of this watch out on my channel. If anyone would like to go watch it, be much appreciated. But right, once again, this has been Tom from Watches and Wonders. This has been the Steeldive SD1996. Yep, we're getting there. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.